Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the difference between a sociopath and a psychopath. What is the difference between a psychopath and a sociopath? Some people believe they're interchangeable, while others think that they're completely different. In this video, we take a look at the history of these words and their true meanings to better understand their differences. Both psychopaths and sociopaths are manipulative people who lack empathy. The main distinction between the two has to do with how much they care about social norms. Psychopathic individuals usually have what it takes to be successful in society because they care about norms, whereas sociopaths don't care about them at all. What is a sociopath? A sociopath is someone who may have a complete disregard for other people's feelings to the point of hurting them. They also may be manipulative and dishonest. Sociopaths are people with a complete lack of conscience or empathy, which can make them very dangerous. They are often charming, good liars, and are likely to come up with elaborate rationalizations for everything they do wrong. What is a psychopath? The term psychopath is used to describe someone with a personality disorder that involves an abnormal lack of empathy and self-control. The term was first coined by American psychologist H. Holmes in 1891 to describe what he saw as a pattern of behavior exhibited by some of his patients at the hospital where he worked. These patients were considered different from regular criminals because they didn't care about the morality of their actions, only about the possible consequences. Anger, jealousy, or even severe physical pain wasn't enough to make them change their behavior or feel regretful for what they did. The understanding of psychopathy and society's response to it. Psychopathy is a personality disorder that is characterized by lack of empathy, detachment, and antisocial behaviors. This personality disorder has been studied in criminology, psychology, and psychiatry since the late 1800s. There are three main theories on how psychopaths are created. 1. Children with psychopathic traits grow up in an abusive family environment. 2. There are genetic links to psychopathy. 3. They are born with this disorder. It is important to understand the implications of this disorder for society. There are many different viewpoints on how society should respond to these individuals. Symptoms of a psychopath and sociopath. There are some good examples of psychopaths and sociopaths in popular culture. For example, Dexter is a psychopath who kills his victims to feel alive. Hannibal Lecter is a sociopath who likes to torture and eat naked people. The world of psychopaths and sociopaths is not one that most people would want to live in. Luckily, they are few and far between. Psychopaths are often good at hiding their true nature, so it can be hard to detect them until it's too late. Sociopaths also tend to blend in with the rest of society so their behavior doesn't raise suspicion or alarm bells. How a psychopath can affect your life. Psychopaths are dangerous people. But not all psychopaths are criminally insane, and most of them do not ever commit violence. Psychopaths can be found in all walks of life, in the government, in the military, in schools, and even within your own family. Psychopaths can be dangerous because they often lack empathy and human judgment. Those with psychopathic tendencies don't just hurt others physically but emotionally as well. How to protect yourself from psychopaths or sociopaths. Psychopaths and sociopaths are some of the most dangerous people in the world. They are manipulative, charming, and they can make you think that they are your best friend or partner when in reality they're just trying to get something out of you. They might seem friendly at first, but once you start opening up to them, their true colors will start to show. The most important thing that you can do is protect yourself from these individuals, because if not, then it might be too late. You should never ignore them or try to confront them on their actions, because this will only make things worse. The best thing that people who have experience with these types of people can do is distance themselves from them as soon as possible. Psychopaths and sociopaths are not that different from the rest of us. Psychopaths are characterized by an antisocial personality disorder, while sociopaths can exhibit antisocial behavior but do not show signs of the mental disorder. Psychopathy is considered more rare than sociopathy, with about 1% of the population exhibiting psychopathic traits. A psychopath or sociopath has many telltale signs that they will display in their everyday lives. How to protect yourself from them? One of the most popular ways to protect oneself is to avoid them altogether. But this might be difficult if they are someone that you know very well or interact with on a daily basis. For this reason, it is important that if you identify someone who is showing these signs, it would be best to avoid him or her altogether. Conclusion: know the difference between a psychopath and sociopath and take precautions before it's too late. It is not easy to diagnose a psychopath. Their outward appearance is usually normal, and they don't show any of the behaviors that psychiatrists would look for when diagnosing a psychopath. A person can be a psychopath and not be aware of it or know what the term means. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more like it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, check out the link in the description below for cool merch from the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Today,